associados à Associação e pretendem fazer mais workshops como este e Masterclass e vão acontecer ao longo daqui para a frente. Estejam atentos. Para nós é um privilégio poder contar aqui com uma pessoa incrível. Espero que vocês aproveitem o máximo. Se precisar alguma coisa, eu vou estar por aí, depois alguma questão, seja logística, seja o que for. E espero que vão logo ao concerto também, agora à noite, lá no José Lúcio. Senhoras e senhores, aqui é Elling.
I have been around the world in a plane, too many planes. I have been around the world. Bom dia. I'm happy to see you. I apologize that I am ignorant and that I don't speak Portuguese. And whenever I sing in Portuguese, everyone thinks I'm pretending to be from Rio. Because everything I've learned, is from Samba, so it's all from Rio. I would love to learn some Fado. That would be beautiful. It's such a magic potion. It's such an elixir. It's very, very transfixing and transporting and magical. So today, apparently we have some jazz people. Yes, we are jazz people. How exciting. I am here to answer any kind of question that you have. to help in any way that I can. So if you have questions, just anytime, raise your hand or anything, right? Don't be shy. And we have some singers, right? Yes, couple, maybe 2, 5, maybe? Okay, that's good. And it seems like many people have gone to conservatory who are here, right? Yeah, yeah. I did not go to conservatory. I read history and philosophy, but my father was a church musician. So so I was always in choir, right? And every year we would repeat several of the Bach motets for the church. So for I sang soprano part, and then I sang alto part, and then I worked my way all the way to bass to sing. So that's where I learned as much counterpoint as I did, was from learning from singing all the mechanisms inside the clock. Yeah. And I fell in love with the music of jazz, and so I didn't go to learn in the school, and everything that I've learned about the microphone, how to use the microphone for dynamic differences, how to entertain people, how to put a set together, how to lead a band and interact with the band, all these things and every other category I've learned either from John Hendricks, from Mark Murphy, from Andy Bay, from Joe Williams, and from the great saxophone players in my life. So they were my mentors, and I asked them questions, and I watched them. And I always watched them. I showed up every time, just like you show up today. So I only learned from them directly or from making mistakes in front of people over and over again. Even now, at 55, still making mistakes and still learning from them. So I've learned from getting jobs, from being on the stage, from watching and listening to my audience, and mostly from watching and listening to the musicians who have surrounded me. So if your theory teacher tells you something different from what I say, your theory teacher is probably right. How many people are coming to tonight, to the concert? Oh, good. Okay, so that's really the Masterclass. Yeah? This is talking about stuff. That's music. Right now, there's no music. There's just me, blah, blah, blah. Right? So for singers, don't be shy and don't be scared, because it's people who want you to be great. That's one thing. Here, lesson number 1. The audience wants you to be great. They don't want to see you to not be profound, right? They don't want to see anybody fail. They don't want to see you trip or forget the words or any of that. Because why? Because it makes you feel terrible for the person, right? Unless you have Schadenfreude. Nobody has, no, that's insane. The audience wants you to be great, so you can trust them, yeah, to support you, So feel confident, and that's true today, and just as it's true for a paying audience, yeah? So, lesson number 2, always breathing. Big breath. Big breath. So, right now you're sitting. Whoever's going to be the first singer, I don't know who that is. Who are my singers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, who's going to sing today? Because I'll go in any order. Yeah. Whoever it is who's going to be first and whoever's going to be second, don't sit back in your chair and tighten it. No. Be getting ready with your breath. Because what will happen is you're sitting. Watching, and you're not, and you're little breaths, you're making only, and then I say, who's going to sing? And I say, oh, it's me. Oh no. Get up really fast and I come down to, and I say, hi. And I say, ooh, still not breathing. Still not breathing. Then you say, hi, and it's still not breathing. Then you get up to here and you say, ah. So, be breathing now, okay? Be breathing. And then when you sing, you'll be that much better. This thing. All right, so who's going to go first? Or do we have, who? Let me ask you this. Before you go, I love you. Thank you. You're going to go first. Are there any specific things that's on anyone's mind that you hope I will talk about today? Yeah? What are those things?
Scat language.
Scat language, yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Poetry.
Poetry stuff. Okay, we can talk about that. Yeah?
Yeah, lyrics. Yeah.
Lyric stuff. Yes.
Best solo you ever transcribed.
Transcribed. Okay. Vocalese stuff. Ooh, people like that. Okay. Smart people too. Yes, ma'am.
Conversation with your other instruments.
Excellent. All good questions. Yes.
How do you study a song?
How do I study a song?
Yeah.
Okay, when I have to learn a new thing.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's hard. Okay, don't let me forget any of these things. In the first place, have we all met? Here it is. There we go. Huzzah! Why don't you get up and sing, my love? Yeah, come on. So, what's your name? Austin. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so now, a couple of things. Even about something as simple as this. Okay? When an audience comes in and they want you to be as great as you can be. Not only that, they want to be transported. They want to forget the news, taxes, the pain in their side, whatever they've got. They don't think like this, but it's the reason they come out. They come out to forget. They come out to be transfixed. They come out to be free of all their thoughts, except the non-thought, the experience of music. Yeah? So that means everything that we do as performers has to remove any obstacles from the possibility of their enjoyment of the thing. Anything that is not necessary to the stage. Now, something as simple as this boom on this stand. Now, if you're a person who doesn't use your hands, how can I say this? How tall are you? Put this right. Okay, so here we are, and here you are, and you come into the club or the stage, and they have it like this. Well, are you going to play a guitar today? No. Are you going to have an accordion and sing? No, I don't think so. So, this is not handsome. If I had the time, I would take this off and just the stand. Simplicity. There's nothing else on the stand to distract even the eye from your beauty. Yeah? Your beauty. Anything that's not beautiful, that's not necessary, goes. It's your stage. Okay? Do you want to hold this? Or are you going to, yeah? Okay. Then, even if this does not have a boom, and you come up, and you say, da-da-da, then you take this. If you're not going to use it, out of the way. Many times, you will see, comes the singer, and they take it off, and they stand here like this. They're not conscious. Why is this in between me and you? It's ugly, and it's distracting, and for me, if I see this here, I worry in the audience the whole night that you're going to trip over it, or that you're going to stab yourself in the face with it, or some crazy thing. It seems like a small thing, but it's a lesson for all the parts of being on the stage. When you come into the club, you're already manifesting the music before you ever even sing. Yeah? Okay, so here's the lesson. You come into the club, come on over. Have you guys met?
No.
Say hello.
Hi.
Does he know what you're going to sing?
No.
Ah, well, you better tell him. And what is your name here? I'm sorry, Aspi. Okay. Okay. From Spain. Mucho gusto. Now, here you go. Now you can take them, or you can do whatever. But what's your first lesson? Yeah, Eddie, yeah, great. Now you say, hi audience, hi, here we are.
Hi.
So my name is Astrid, and I'm going to electrify you. Now how are you going to do it?
I would just tell him to start the video once.
To start?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. It's not the pale moon that exerts me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no. It's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet, sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me. All my wildest dreams came true, came true. I need no soft lights to enchant me. hold you ever so tight and to feed in the night. The nearness of you.
Okay, so, simpatico. That's nice. Where to start? Very good. Beautiful voice. Yeah? You're already working? Or you're still in university? Or you're working in the clubs?
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay, very nice. Okay. So, the musical reference point. No, we're going to do that in a minute. So, let me try it. May I borrow this? How many times have you seen this or some version of this? Right? Or maybe sometimes this. Why this? Do you know why? Defensive, right? What's back here? The heart is right here. It's right here. So even if you have beautiful voice, beautiful young person, everything's, and it's still up in here, the cord's not going anywhere. You're not moving around a lot. So, no reason. Let it go. Let it go. And now your hand is free to invite the audience and to offer them your heart. Now, like I say, here it is today, and it's daytime. You can see everybody. Very frightening. But it's the job. Yeah? Just as it's the job to sing to people, for people. Yeah? So, and it's kind of, here, lesson 3. Everything I tell you today, you are smart enough that you will learn it in time yourself anyway. Just from performance and experience and mistakes and continue going, right? I'm just older. You would learn all these things. She's obviously smart enough, right? But okay, here we are. It's not just the liberation of the possibility of the heart for the people. It gives your performance the possibility of painting the picture, of telling the story like an actor more. Some people, so this is why sometimes, for some people, at some stages of the career, it's better to have the microphone on a stand. Now both your hands are free. Now you don't have anything to do except to invite. Yeah? So to be the actor, now you say, well, what do I do with my hands then? Well, what you do at first is you know, when people are acting, the director says, when you say this line, do this thing. Yeah? When you say this line, you walk to the kitchen. You do this line, right? Early on, you might have to write that stuff down and remind yourself, I do this, I do this, I do this. And eventually, it's not the pale moon that excites me. that thrills and delights me. Just the nearness of you, right? Two people. Okay. Now, because you're so charming, and because you sing so well, you don't necessarily... I say these things for demonstration. Obviously, you don't always have to this and this, but when I was working with the big band yesterday in rehearsal, I had to remind them, just in terms of even dynamic differences, so loud to soft, to, forte to piano to mezzo forte. What sounds like a big, big difference here on the stand is not necessarily a big difference in the ears out there. So you really have to make a big difference on your volume sounds when you're doing it so that people understand that you're doing it. Same thing at first as a performer. It will feel like too much, and I'm exaggerating for the lesson too much, so that later on it becomes natural and second nature. Okay? So from now on, any other singer, not this. Today. Not this. Not this. Today. Secondly, your reference, the musical, you have a great instinct, and obviously your voice is very lovely, but the musical reference points, how can I say this it's not yet, you have a lot of more R&B, in the way you're doing it than jazz things. So, here's a little game we're going to play, right? This is a challenge, and it's a good thing she's so smart, otherwise I wouldn't lay it on her. We're going to play a little game, and it's going to be the Betty Carter Memorial transpositional game. And it goes like this. Brother's going to play the chord changes, but you can't sing unless I indicate. And when you sing, let's see, I'll give a demonstration. 2, 3, 4. It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. This is me. I'm the hand. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. So you see what I'm doing? When I point to you, you sing the song, the lyrics, but you can't sing the regular melody.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's gonna be fun.
Yes, it's going to be hard. You're very wonderful, though. You're going to be great at it. Come over here. Come over here so that you're closer to the orchestra. Yeah? And we'll about that tempo. It's okay?
Okay.
Okay, so when I indicate, when I don't,
I go on with the lyrics.
exactly. 2, 3, 4.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it isn't your sweet.
Right?
Okay.
It's really hard. It's really hard to move it around that much, but that's the exercise, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, once again. 2, 3, 4.
It's not the pale that excites me. Oh no.
That throws in the last one. It's okay.
Something like
keep going, Dad.
Wow, that's hard.
Yeah. Start from that thrills and delights.
That thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you.
Okay, so beautiful, beautiful. Now, what's happening is all the little melismas and things from R&B, they're, because you have that in here and in here, they happen a little bit, but you're not, it's so much more your melody now. Now it's your melody. Yeah? Now we have him, now it's a matter of real improvisation happening. Where she can't do the thing that's comfortable for her now. It has to change. And if you know the song well enough, then you keep, and you're able to keep the lyric in the right order. That's so much further. It's so much closer to a jazz way of telling the story. Because if you listen, have you listened to Betty Carter? Okay, so everybody needs to listen to Betty Carter. Betty Carter was kind of, in her way, the pinnacle singer, because she never sang the melody later in her career. It was always, she would wait and make a brand new melody and keep all the lyric in the same place, and so it was never what you expected. But what happened was, the audience would, knowing, because we all know it's not the pale moon that excites me, that everything else that a singer puts on there is just a little filigree. It's just a little this. But a jazz singer, a real jazz singer, you got a whole new invention. And since we know the song well enough, since everybody knows the song, for it to be really yours starting now, to let the audience hear the chord changes, and they know the lyrics, but now it's your melody. And all those things that you relied on in the first interpretation, you can't use those now, except when they come out naturally at the end of things. Yeah? So it's much more your interpretation now. Okay? Beautiful, Ashley. Fantastic. So brave, so smart. I love it. Oh my God, you just never know. I never know. Right? You never know what you're walking into. And she had a very sympathetic situation. Man, you're great. Brother's a great musician. He just heard where that wanted to go. So any questions from that exercise or from that way of thinking about things? Well, it's so important not to do what you know you can do. Yeah? And it makes sense that you would do those things in here, because it's like, holy cow, all these people. And here's Kurt, right? But always to move past our every night it's the possibility that I sing some line, not even that I'm a genius or anything. I might by accident sing some line, some melody that I've never sung before. Maybe nobody has ever sung before on this song. That's the discovery. They asked Miles Davis, he had played so many gigs over so many years, so many nights, so many bands, so many concerts. Miles, what are you looking for from a concert? He says that one series of notes that I never played before. All the rest of the concert, I played them all. They played every configuration, I played them all. But if there's that one spot that I have never played before, there it is. And since we're young, you're young, then go out and find it. Yeah? Marvelous. Who's next? Yeah, come on. I hope you've been breathing. What's your name? Maria. Beautiful. Everybody say hi to Maria. There you go. That's nice. What are you going to say? All the things I are. I know, right? I didn't warm up at all this morning. Okay, Maria.
You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. Oh, you are the breathless as of evening that trembles on the ring of a lovely song. You are the dearest things I know are what you are, and someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday oh I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. Do do ba 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 do 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 da ba 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 da da ba ba da da do 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 ba 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 ah do 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 ba ba do 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 ba ba do do da do 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 ah da da ba ba do 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 da do ba do da do 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 da da ba do ba ba do ah do do ba ba do da ba do da ba do ba do da do da do 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 ba do ba 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 do do da me baby ah do do ba 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 do do ba ah do do ba ba ah do 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 da 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 ba 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 do do. Oh, you are the breathless as of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the breathless as of evening that trembles on the brink of a
Yeah, breathing. Let's talk about breathing in a minute. First, let's talk about interaction with the band, right? There's the count off, and then there's the ending. So you wanted to do a little turnaround at the end, yeah? We manifest music for the audience by eye contact, with gestures, with the obvious, the melody, dynamics, all the parts, right? We manifest it for the band or for our collaborators in the same way. There are certain parts, how can I say, there are certain aspects of musical interaction that less experienced singers, either they think it's supposed to be a secret from the audience, or they're hoping that the musician will just intuit, will hear it, whatever it is. Or they're so used to having somebody who's that person, always be that person, and know what they like to do, that it happens. But here we are, the first time? You guys know each other?
Yeah.
Okay, so even not the first time, there's a lot that has to go into informing the collaborator what it is that you want. Now, for instance, same tune. Let's say, here I come, and I'm going to count off the tune. We already know what the tune is. We've talked about it. And I count off the tune. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What if I did 2, down? What if I say? What if I say? Right? So you don't have to have a big conversation, but you do have to be mindful of what it is, what's the temperature? How much do you want? Right? And what you don't want in this world is nobody cares. Already nobody cares. What you want is so I have a collection of recordings that I continue to get from wherever, right? Of live musicians counting off the tune. And I just clip off. It doesn't matter what the tune is after that. Sometimes that's the best part of the performance, is the count off. Right? Miles. He never says anything. Right? Or Basie. And he starts. Right? In Chicago, Roscoe Mitchell was doing a tribute to Lester Bowie, right? And Lester Bowie had died just about 6 months before. So they had every AACM musician they could invite on the stand, all at one time. Huge stage, 8 bass players, I mean, way too many drummers, every saxophone player, so many people. And Roscoe said, and everybody for 20 minutes, no time, no song, just force. Everybody, full bore. And everybody's sitting and sweating is going everywhere and everything. And Roscoe says, and everybody hits a G. And then they play incredible. Incredible. I can't even tell you. So the count-off. The count-off is the thing. It's a part of the music. It's when the music's starting is the count-off. So don't take it for granted. And it also doesn't have to be a secret. It doesn't have to be. And now I'm singing. The count-off is a part of the music. Okay? Then at the end, to keep into contact. Now you have this lovely hair, but I couldn't see your eyes, and he couldn't see your eyes, right? And though it's lovely, yeah, so that he knows. And just as you don't have to make the count-off a secret, you don't have to make this a secret when you're getting to the end of the song. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are, all the things you are, all the things you are mine. See? All he has to know is, I'm conscious, we're coming to the end, we both know something has to happen. I'm going to give you some indication that I'm going to lead you somewhere, and he'll have the ears to hear it, and we'll both go there and figure it out together. But to this, and then, and because he caught it. But especially when there's no rehearsal and you don't know where the stuff is going, then you really need to have something happen. And there's no shame in that. That's, if anything, many times the audience wants to see the mechanics of how musicians work together. It's part of the show. It's like, how did they do that? They just looked at each other and they did a thing, and now there's an ending. So, that's another way to invite people in. Jazz is already such challenging music for people because it's different every time, you know, and because the individual voices of the, you know, wow, this tenor player sounds very different from this other saxophone I heard last week. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know if I like the way I interpret it. And as a singer, if you're improvising, a lot of people they're not ready to hear that, right? And then you throw in a foreign language and situation. So, all these ways to invite people in, to make them feel, to let them know that we're friends together, that we're in this together, right? So you don't have to hide stuff, okay? Now, let's try a count off, but let's just, can I ask you to count off the last A? Someday my happy arms will, so it's like 1, 2, Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday, and then I know this moment divine, when all the things you are, all the things you are, and whatever ending you want to do. So you're going to count it off. It's going to be just the last A, and then the ending, but you communicate for an ending. And you can use your hands. If you want, smoke signal. Right? Okay. Stepping aside.
And someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday, oh, I'll know that moment divine, when all the things you are, when all the things you are,
different tempo and a different temperature of the song, yeah? And a different ending.
And someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday, oh, I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are.
Okay, hold on. If you're going to do that, it's great, but it really will help him to hear when all you have to do is give him a hand. You know, he's really watching you very, very intently in a very professional way, but you're not always going to have that. And just as the audience just as the audience wants you to succeed, the band really wants you to succeed. They don't want to be on stage with a bad situation that doesn't work out. So, yeah, exactly. She's the one paying, and you want to make her sound as good as she can sound, but you can. Okay, go ahead. You're doing great.
And someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday, oh, I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. Dee-dee-doo-doo-doo.
All right. Thank you, Leiria. All right. Who's the next victim? I mean student. Yeah, come on, darling. Hi. What's your name? Sophia. Beautiful. Come on up, Sophia. So you want to have a little conference? Okay, do your thing.
My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sighed, for you, dear, only. Why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you. Body and soul, I spend my days in longing and wondering why it's me you're wronging. I tell you I mean it. I'm all for you, body and soul. I can't believe it. It is so hard to conceive that you turned away romance. Are you pretending it looks like the ending. Unless I could have one more chance to prove, dear, my life's a wreck you're making. You know I'm yours for just the taking. I'd gladly surrender myself to you. Body and
Very nice. It's okay. So, this time we'll deal with breathing for sure. A small aside that is, there could be a whole, long essay or a whole class just on the phrasing of the lyric. I'll back up a second. So, when two writers get together, two or more, in this case, a whole bunch of writers, get together, here comes, let's say for instance, here comes the melody, right? And then the guy figures out the changes to the thing, and then, after, so the melody says, ba-da-da-da-da-da, break, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, break, da-da-da-da-da-da, break. All that's fine for the melody. Along comes the person writing the lyrics. I gladly surrender myself to you. So, I gladly surrender myself to you, body and soul. To sing with a consciousness of how a sentence works, how you would phrase a sentence. Sing to the end, to sing a line to the end of the thought, at least. If there's a comma, sing to the end of the comma. If there's a period, try to sing or phrase to the end of the period. It's a very, very, very common habit. It's not even, I've studied it. I'm such an old man. I've studied it forever. So in terms of giving you something more to be conscious of, those are some basic rules. Sing at least to a comma. Sing at least, if not to the comma, then sing to a period. Sing to the end of the thought. Yeah? And I realize there's a language thing, don't ask me to sing in Portuguese and know where the end of the phrase is, right? But if you're going to do a thing, then here's the hint. Because the same thing is true in every language. The rule is the same in every language. For the audience to understand the message that you're trying to get without effort. That's the thing. The audience should not have to expend any effort. The audience should be able to just be astonished, right? I gladly surrender. Now, if you've called a tempo that's slow like this, it's still your responsibility. So as we did with your phrasing, right? Of course, the song is written a certain way, but here's the secret: the songwriters didn't always know what they were doing, or the best thing for a singer. They wrote it so that it rhymed in the right places, right? And sometimes it's clunky and awkward, and sometimes it's not as beautiful as it might have been. And sometimes it's just a challenge. Sometimes it is as beautiful as it might have been, but it's for the singer to finish the act of creation of the song. I mean, that part's true every time. It's for the singer to finish the act, because guess what? Let's say here's a piece of paper. It's got the music written on it. It doesn't have the music written on it. It has notation. What's on the page is not music. What the performer plays is music. This is notation. This is written, this is just note things. But it's in the interpretation of the mind and the heart and the instrument that creates music. Right now there's no music. Right now there's music. Now there's not music. Yes?
Quick question.
Of course.
Just curious. Do you prefer a beautiful melody but with a not so good poem, or a beautiful poem but with not the most inspired melody? Every part of the creation should be as beautiful as it can be. I would hate to have to make a choice, but I'll tell you this. As a jazz person, I'm making choices that are it's a little hubris every time, anyway. Everybody knows hubris? Can you explain hubris to them? It's like the vibe.
Okay. Yeah, it's not ego. It's the same thing as saying this is notation and not music. The musician, the singer-musician, it's a little show off. It's a little, but to show off means. Yeah, it's our task. Our task is to interpret. Our task is to do more. It's to reinvent. But the songwriters. So here's another one. George Gershwin and all of those people, right? They loved the way Fred Astaire sang their songs. Because why? Because he sang them exactly as they wrote them. He didn't change anything. He phrased it exactly as they said. Da 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 da. Well, that pleases them. Well, write a better song then. Because now the jazz person comes, and it's the jazz person's raison d'être. It's the reason we're here, is to invent anew. So if I don't like the melody, whether I like it or not, I'm going to reinvent it anyway. I'm going to fix it, because the way I hear it. Yeah? And if we're doing this task, it's not even going to be conscious. It'll just be the flow of invention. Yeah? So, and the same with the lyric. If I don't like the lyric, I'm going to fix it. That's my job. So, thank you, writer number 12 of great genius. But if you can't do a better job than I can do, I got it. So, all of that to say, phrasing thing. Now, we're going to work on breathing with you, because as wonderful and beautiful as your voice is, I feel that it's a little not in tune on some of the higher parts. Okay? And I feel that there's some, I can hear effort, but I don't see your whole body making the effort to sing. Okay? So, here, come here. Put your hands like this at me. Here's me. My heart was misty. How's it start? My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh. For you, dear only. Can you feel all that? Yeah? Okay, so I didn't see any of that. I don't know where you're breathing from. Yeah? So here's what we're going to do. First we're going to do some exercises together, okay? Are you right-handed or left-handed? You're left-handed. So, same foot as me. Now, you say, in through the nose. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and hands are going to help you with that. It's going to remind you. You're going to say, and as you do that, this big thing comes out. Okay, ready? Bend your knees. Your whole body. You sing from down here. May I? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, push it out now. There you go, that one. Yeah? Okay? Now, when you breathe, when you push out, you say, now, through the mouth and a little friction.
Like as if I'm pushing back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Now, move with it. You sort of step, yeah, there you go. Now we put some notes on it. Now check it out. My heart was sad. See what I'm doing? I'm lifting up. And lonely. For you I sigh. For you, dear only.
My heart is sad and lonely.
Now, big one.
For you I sigh. For you, dear only.
Yeah, nice. Much more in tune. Much more in tune. Much more in tune. You were just ever so slightly underneath. If for any reason you're not in tune, we talk about this. Okay, we move this. That's, if I think that's significant, if I think that's important, as an audience member, being in tune, nothing else matters. Leave this here and sing in tune. Don't talk to him at all. Sing in tune. You know? Because why? Because nothing, no message of the heart, no melody that you play, the audience won't hear any other of the brilliance that you have to offer if it's not in tune. In tune, number one. That means technical work, breath support. Number one. You have to sing from your whole body with all the technique that you can muster, all the classical technique. So I was fortunate because I never even held a microphone until I was 19, 20 years old. Before that time, it was, you're in church, and there's the back, and sing to the back of the room. So the big voice, or at least the possibility of the big voice. You don't have to have the biggest voice in the world, but you at least have to, you need to expand your instrument to the greatest extent that it will go, so that you have access to it when you want it, right? You want to have every possibility of the artist, even if you choose not to use it. You don't have to be a loud singer, but you have to be able to be a loud singer, right? Now, so, once without a microphone, and this, right? And let's just put this down and play, we'll just go like this. And at the end of your phrase, you don't have to blow out all the air. You don't have to say, my heart was misty-hued and lonely. You don't have to do that. You can just, ah.
Do I keep the old air in? Because I still have air left.
Then sing a longer phrase.
Okay. Until the air is gone.
Yeah, but not uncomfortably, not like, just comfortable and beautiful. Okay? 2, 3, 4.
My heart is sad and lonely.
Don't go up again. That's me this. Okay, so pardon me. My bad. So check this
Every
out.
time I breathe.
Here's my hands. So, and I'm singing. Now the reason I do this is because it's pulling
Yeah.
up on this, and I'm pulling, and now I present the end of the phrase like on a platter. My heart was timid and lonely. Right? Think about the ballet. Right? Here's the ballerina. She does this, and she does this beautiful spin, and her hand. There's the end of the energy. Finish every part of the body, every part of the gesture is beautiful. Same with this. Okay? 2, 3, 4.
My heart is sad and
Stronger.
for you I sigh,
Right here.
for you, dear only. Why
Take a big breath.
haven't you seen it?
There you go. Big breath.
I'm all for you, body and soul.
Nice.
I spend my days in longing and wondering why it's me.
See? Out of tune.
Because I'm feeling uncomfortable because I have much air left.
Yeah.
When I breathe my breath, when I do another breath, I still have,
You still have breath.
yeah, I have air left.
Then we sing it slower.
Okay.
Shirley Horn. 2, 3, 4.
My heart is sad and lonely.
Get that big breath. You're not using your whole self again.
For you I sigh.
Now, try this. Front, Papa. Here's a perfect example. Here's an example where the lyric indicates a break. For you I sigh. For you, dear only. It's 2 thoughts. This is one where you want to break. For you I sigh, and it will help your breathing because now you got to go for that.
Yeah.
For you, okay? Just that phrase. 2, 3, 4.
For you I sigh. For you, dear only.
No. See, on the second half of the phrase, for you, dear only. Yeah? Just as much, all the way through. Same phrase. For you.
For you I sigh. For you, dear only.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, there you go. To micromanage your technique. To be conscious of it all the time. So, for a while, singers, and anybody. So, you know, as a piano player, for a while, you have to work on your touch. How hard do I push the key